Andre Romel Young, better known to the public as Dr. Dre, is a very accomplished music producer, rapper, and entrepreneur. He was born and raised in Compton, California during the time gangs and drugs were a way of life. Dr. Dre began his career in the mid-1980s with an old-school rap group known as World Class Wrecking Crew. They didn't find much success, but did get underground exposure from the 1985 release album World. Dr. Dre began working with Eazy-E and Ice Cube under Ruthless Records, doing production for Eazy-E's group, NWA, in 1986. He later became a member of the group and began to get a lot of exposure for his production work and spitting lyrics over hit records. NWA's most famous hit records were filled with catchy hooks and violent lyrics directed towards the government and life in the streets of Compton. Life was really rough out there, especially with the gangs and drugs really taking over in the areas populated mostly with African Americans. Music became the escape for a lot of people to express what they experienced on the everyday basis. Dr. Dre had a 5-year run with NWA where he produced and released a number of hit records. NWA Straight Outta Compton gained major success from his singles, F the Police. This album is considered to be the album that birthed what we know today as gangsta rap. Rap was forever changed after the release of Straight Outta Compton. After producing other artists on Ruthless Records to build his resume of hits, Dre parted ways with the group in '91 and began working with Suge Knight and his label mates at Death Row Records. Death Row was comprised of rap acts such as Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Warren G, and Nate Dogg. Dr. Dre produced records for Death Row as a whole and made a lot of hit records for his label mates. Dre gained major success from his first released solo album on Death Row, The Chronic, in 1992. To this day, this album is one of the greatest of all time in rap culture. Pac was the biggest act on Death Row, and Dre produced more than 90% of his first 3 albums. Due to money issues and Dr. Dre no longer supporting what Death Row stood for, he decided to leave the label and start his own. Dre established his own label under Epic Records called Aftermath Entertainment in '96. In 1988, Dr. Dre signed his first artist to the label, Eminem, a Detroit native with unorthodox lyrics and a style of rap that would normally be seen on a black rapper. Eminem quickly became a star. With Dre's signature sense, punchy drum tracks, and Eminem's crazy flow, the two instantly began to make hits. Dre released his second solo album titled 2001 in '99, which charted number 2 on the Billboard 200. Dre took a different approach on production for this album, using ironic strings and drum samples which gave him a true distinctive sound. I could sit here all day and talk about Dre's accomplishments and credits, but we will be interviewing for hours. He has not only changed the game as an artist or producer, Dre has also become a successful businessman, which has labeled him a hip-hop mogul. He has laid the blueprint of success for all to follow in the entertainment industry as well. There will never be another Dr. Dre. This concludes my presentation.